a move that's bound to reshape global trade, President Donald Trump has announced plans to impose a 25% tariff on all steel and aluminium imports to the United States. He also plans to slap reciprocal tariffs on the countries that impose duties on US goods. These tariffs are set to take effect on March 12th, but what does this mean for the global economy? Let's dive in. Steel is a critical material for industries like construction, manufacturing, transportation, and energy. Did you know that about a quarter of all steel used in the United States is imported? So who are the top suppliers of steel to the US? Well, it's Canada, Brazil, and Mexico. Between March 2024 and January 2025, they provided a combined 49% of all steel imported into the US. Canada was the largest supplier, contributing 22% or 5.47 million tons out of 25 million tons of steel imported. Brazil followed with 15% or 3.74 million tons. Mexico provided 12% or 2.9 million tons. Other countries including South Korea, Vietnam, Japan, Germany, Taiwan, the Netherlands, and China made up the remaining 30% of US steel imports. When it comes to aluminium, the story is similar. Aluminium is used widely in the automotive and aerospace industries and is essential for packaging due to its recyclability. The US relies heavily on aluminium imports, with around 50% of all aluminium used in the country coming from overseas. The biggest supplier? Canada. Between March 2024 and January 2025, Canada provided nearly 40% of US aluminium imports, totaling nearly 3 million metric tons. The next biggest suppliers are the United Arab Emirates, China, South Korea, and Bahrain. Now you might be wondering, what exactly are tariffs? A tariff is essentially a tax on imported goods paid by businesses bringing them into the country. This is designed to protect domestic industries by making foreign products more expensive. However, it can lead to higher prices for consumers. Trump has argued that these tariffs will help protect US industries, reduce trade imbalances, and encourage domestic manufacturing. In 2018, Trump imposed tariffs of 25% on steel and 10% on aluminium, hoping to reduce US reliance on foreign steel. This initially led to higher steel prices in the US and reduced imports, boosting profits for domestic steel companies. However, by the end of 2019, the US saw a sharp 40% drop in steel prices. This was largely due to retaliatory tariffs from US trading partners combined with weaker demand in sectors like car manufacturing and construction. If these new tariffs go through, the effects on US industries could be substantial. Steel and aluminium are essential for the construction, automotive, and electronics sectors. Manufacturers might need to turn to domestic producers but with higher prices. This could drive up costs for industries like car making and housing. Canada and Mexico are key suppliers of aluminium scrap, which makes up a significant part of US aluminium imports. Disrupting this supply chain could further hurt manufacturers. One key difference between these new tariffs and those from 2018 is that Trump has hinted there may be no exemptions this time around. In 2018, Canada and Mexico were exempted from tariffs, but this time exemptions may be harder to come by. There's also the matter of retaliation. Will other countries respond by imposing tariffs on US exports? And if so, how much will that escalate the costs? China, the world's largest steel producer, may not be a huge direct exporter of steel to the US, but it will likely feel the impact. China's steel is processed in other countries such as Vietnam and then exported to the US, meaning China's dominance in the global steel market could still affect the US. To sum it up, Trump's plan to impose these tariffs could bring major changes to the steel and aluminium markets, affecting everything from construction to car manufacturing. We'll have to wait and see how the rest of the world responds. But one thing's for sure, it's going to be a bumpy ride for global trade.